all 26 bureaus are creating 5-year racial equity plans that are supposed to operationalize or bring to life the city's racial equity goals and strategies that City Council adopted last year. So the racial equity plans themselves start with outcomes, the city's kind of long-term aspirational goals, and then ask bureaus to create these 5-year objectives. Kind of where do bureaus want to be in 5 years?
So the purpose of the 5-year racial equity plan is to ensure that the bureaus focus on their internal processes, on the institutional disparities we may have within the system, to look at how we do business with the community, whether we're using an equity lens.
Some of the major concerns that we are taking a deeper dive in is making sure that a racial equity lens is used as far as contracting and our community engagement. Those are two of the biggest components of our racial equity plan.
Another big theme is community engagement, so everything from just greater access and understanding of existing community services to building partnerships with community-based organizations that are culturally specific, or working with leaders of color to better design or evaluate programs.
The director of a bureau can continue to provide that focus over time, especially when we do big things like budget and do big things like produce communication plans and hire. Those kinds of things, the director's office can provide focus for the bureau. And so those are the kinds of things. Remove barriers, another thing I can do at my level.
The plans themselves aren't supposed to be the end all. That's kind of the beginning of the real work.
I just want people to know that this is going to be difficult work. It takes very hard conversations. Change is very difficult for the city, for bureaus, but it's very important.
Really, at the end of the day, it's making sure that everyone feels included at the table. The amount of work that the Office of Equity and Human Rights in guiding the bureaus to do this work has been amazing.
And I think a more systemic, deep, passionate approach to this from the top, the elected officials, right to line staff, is the only way we can begin to make progress. And so I'm really proud to work for an organization that's taking that kind of approach on this issue.
Communities of color nationwide and in Portland have been organizing for generations and decades for government to respond to issues of racial inequity. So I think this will be the first time that the City of Portland has really put in a very detailed commitment to addressing very specific racial inequities. And the measures associated with those commitments are an opportunity for communities of color to and staff of color to hold the institution accountable